Welcome back to another episode of Rico Soul Italia Eats. In this episode, I'll show you how I crafted these beautifully tasting chicken sandwiches and how you can too, just by following the simple and easy steps that I provide. Also, there's a bonus in this video. I'll teach you how to make the famous Chick-Fil-A honey roasted barbecue sauce. So you certainly want to pay attention. Once you sink your teeth into a chicken sandwich like this, I doubt very seriously that you'll want to go back to a Popeyes or a Chick-Fil-A, for these sandwiches are way better and it costs you a fraction of what you would pay at a fast food restaurant. So fasten your seatbelts and come along for the ride. Bon appetit, people. Bon appetit. We're not going to waste any time here. We're going to get right into this. We'll start by slicing this large chicken breast right down the middle. You can do this while it's laying flat, or you can do it while you're holding the chicken breast on its side. Do whatever way you feel most comfortable with. In this video, we're going to slice the chicken breast while it's on its side. Now that we have our two large chicken breast halves, we'll slice these in half so that we have 4 in total. We'll also cut out any tough, stringy, tendon-like parts of the chicken breast. Important note, you don't want to forget. After you slice up your chicken breast, make sure that you poke holes in it in as many places as you possibly can. Then turn it over and do the same thing. You will feel the chicken become a lot less stiff. Now it's time for our chicken to meet the buttermilk. This 1 quart of buttermilk cost me $2.69 at my local supermarket. We'll fully submerge our chicken into our buttermilk and we'll place it in the fridge for a few hours minimum. I like to leave it in the fridge for a few days so that it's extra juicy and moist after I fry it. Trust me, this buttermilk is well worth the investment. Important note, you don't want to forget. Make sure that your chicken is fully submerged in the buttermilk. We've already sliced up our chicken breast and it's been sitting in buttermilk in our fridge for the last few days. But for now, let's start working on our homemade Chick-Fil-A honey roasted barbecue Copycat sauce. We're going to add a half a cup of mayonnaise to our cup. There we have a half a cup of mayo. Next we're going to add 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard. Next, we're going to add a tablespoon of golden spicy brown mustard. Tablespoon of brown mustard. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. Next, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of barbecue sauce. We'll add a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Next, we'll add a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. A teaspoon of lemon juice. If you don't have lemons on hand, you could use this. Now we're going to stir all of our ingredients until well combined. There you have it, folks. Our Copycat honey roasted Chick-fil-A sauce. Next, we'll pour our homemade Chick-fil-A honey roasted barbecue sauce into our bottle, and then we'll place it in the fridge until we're ready to use it. And there you have it, folks. Our homemade Chick-fil-A honey roasted barbecue sauce Copycat. Bon appetit, peoples, okay? Bon appetit. Rico Soul Italia Eats homemade Chick-fil-A honey roasted barbecue Copycat sauce. Thanks for cruising by. If you are enjoying this content, please smash that like button now. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new and exciting videos to come. Back to our video. Next, we're going to get our fried chicken batter together. We're going to add 3 cups or 360 grams of all-purpose flour to our bowl. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of J.O. Seafood Seasoning number 1. You can use any crab seasoning that you want. If you want to use Old Bay, then use Old Bay. If you have another crab seasoning, then use that. Whatever you have, use. But for now, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of J.O. Seafood Seasoning to our bowl. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of black pepper to our bowl. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika. Next, add 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Next, we're going to add 1 packet of Goya Sazon seasoning. Add 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic to our bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of seasoning salt. Now we're going to add 1 cup of cornstarch. This is the secret ingredient that will give our chicken the crispiness that we want. Now we'll give it a quick stir. We'll mix the ingredients of our bowl thoroughly until they're well combined. There's our complete batter for our fried chicken sandwiches. Now that we have our homemade Chick-fil-A honey roasted barbecue Copycat sauce finished, as well as our chicken batter, now it's time to start working on our chicken so that we'll have sandwiches that look like this. As you guys already know, our chicken has been marinating in buttermilk for a few days now. It's time to take it out of its container and season it up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of peppercorn pepper. Adding just a little bit of onion powder. A little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of seasoned salt. Now we'll flip them over and season them the same way. Adding a little pepper. Adding some onion powder. Adding some garlic powder. Adding seasoning salt. Finally, adding some smoked paprika. Now we'll add our first piece of chicken to our flour batter. Next, we'll add a little smoked paprika because we forgot to put it on the first side. Adding our second piece of chicken to our flour batter. Next, we'll add a little smoked paprika because we forgot to put it on the first side. Adding our third and last piece of chicken to our flour batter. Next, we'll add a little smoked paprika because we forgot to put it on the first side. We've checked the temperature of our oil and it's at 370 degrees, which is a little bit warm for us. Typically we would want this at 350 degrees. Once the chicken hits the oil, the temperature should go down a few degrees. If it doesn't, we'll turn our fire down just a bit. We don't want our chicken to cook too fast. We'll let this chicken cook for anywhere between 11 to 13 minutes in total, turning it every few minutes. And as our chicken is frying, we'll start to toast our brioche sesame seed buns. It's been 12 minutes or so and it looks like our chicken is done. It feels nice and crispy. We'll start to pull it out of the pot. We've added our mayo and pickles to our brioche sesame seed buns. Now it's time to add our chicken. Then we'll add a few more pickles on top.
And now we're going to use my homemade Chick-Fil-A honey barbecue Copycat sauce.
These sandwiches look amazing. I can't wait to dig in.
Hello Crunch, the honey barbecue.
Did you hear that crunch, folks? It's legit. Going in. There you have it, folks. Rico Soul Italia Eats homemade chicken sandwich with our homemade Chick-Fil-A honey roasted barbecue Copycat sauce.
Why spend money when you can make it yourself? Finger licking good.
If you look inside, it is so juicy, so moist, so tender. Perfect sandwich, folks.
That's gonna wrap up our video. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. Comments are encouraged. And thanks for watching. But most importantly, don't forget to bon appetit, peoples. To bon appetit.